So the first time we ever had pigs, we bought two piglets back in 1999, and we had them, I guess, about 3 or 4 days. And we came home late one night and went back to the hog pen to check on them, or pig pen. They were just piglets, and they had both been killed by neighbors' dogs. And we came to find out that neighbors, probably 800-900 feet away from us through the woods, had pit bulls, and they had just come over. It always seems like the dogs know when you're not at home and when your animals aren't protected is when they come and attack them. And they killed the pigs. They didn't even eat them. They just killed them, gnawed on them, and just left them. And we had to, of course, bury them, and we didn't want to get discouraged about it, so we bought 2 more. We shored up our pen, and those survived. But we went to some extra measures to check on them more often, and to also try to scare off these dogs whenever they'd come up. And if you live on call it a homestead or whatever, if you have animals where you live and you have neighbors and your neighbors have dogs, we have dogs, but we train our dogs to not attack our animals and to not kill them. And if they do, we get rid of them, because you talk to any old timer who's been around for any length of time, especially in the South here, and they'll tell you, if you got an animal that kills livestock, you get rid of that animal immediately. You don't wait around. You don't wait to see if they'll grow out of it. You get rid of them quickly, no matter how that is. And so we've tried to practice that over the years, although you still lose if you live around people within a half a mile. And our nearest neighbor that owns these dogs that are near us now, are that, you see that tree line? I can't see that. You see the tree line way back there behind me. That's our nearest neighbor that has animals, and they have pit bulls, and among others. And they will come across this field that you see behind me, all the way across here, mostly at nighttime, and a lot of times our dogs don't even hear them. And our pig fence is right. This is the back of our pig fence, and then that, you can see that cattle panel right there starts forming the side, one of the sides, and they have come into this pen at night recently and attacked our pigs. And they got one the other day, and she was down and would not get up for 3 solid days, and didn't know if she was going to make it. They almost ripped one of her ears completely off, chewed her to pieces around the head. They got another one in the behind. They got another one on the leg, the ham, and just really, almost like knife edge sharpness, whatever it was that they were clawing or biting at them. But it's always extremely discouraging. We're on the tail end of these pigs. These hogs now. We've put tons of time and money into these things, babying them, protecting them, feeding them, and to have an animal come onto your property at night and just literally almost kill them. And in many, we could have easily have come out the next day, and all 3 of these hogs were dead. And your investment is completely gone, and you got to start completely over again. It's extremely frustrating. But catching them in the act, you've got to catch them in the act to really do anything about it. I could go down to my neighbor's house, and we've done this before, and say, hey, your animals hurt our pigs, killed our pigs, whatever, killed our cow, killed our sheep. And of course their answer is going to be, how do you know it was mine if you didn't see them? And the truth is, you don't. It could have been coyotes. We have coyotes around here, but we've never had a problem with coyotes being so bold as to get inside the hog pen with 3 huge hogs. But I'll show you kind of within reason what they've done to this hog. Thankfully, she's up now, so take a look at that. So apologize for the messiness. We've had nothing but rain here in Georgia for a solid week, and this pig pen, we move our hogs down the tree line, and where we happen to have them right now is in a low area, and so the water is just really ponding up everywhere in here. and they really just got it like pigs do. They've made a pig pen out of it. But we're going to take these to the butcher in a couple of weeks, and hopefully things will start to dry out, and then we'll move the pen on down from there, and there's some better runoff from there. But anyway, so the 3 of them are in here, and the one that they really got is one you can see there in the middle. She's eating. This is the first time that I've actually seen her eat in almost a week, and you can, I don't know if you can tell, but you can see how her sides are sunk in. She has not been eating, especially compared to these other 2, which are nice and big. But you can see the back of that ear there. That's the good side. The other side is really bad. I almost hate to show it on camera. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if I get you-know-whatted by the provider, the video provider, for showing this. But you can see that other ear over there, how bad it is. That's nothing compared to what it was when we first found her. One of her eyes was completely shut. She couldn't open it. And the other 2 didn't escape. Probably not going to be able to show them, but I think this one there, you can't see it, but that's the one with the bad scrape on its hock there. And that one that's staring at me is the one who got it from behind. So you can see, you know, this is one of the panels here. I don't know how if they got into this pen, or if they happened to get through the metal on the cattle panel itself, and just I find it hard to believe that they were able to get to all 3 of them though by just coming through the wire mesh of the cattle panels, because what would happen is the first one that they got a hold of, the other 2 would have ran for their lives, and but it looks like all 3 of them were attacked, and they focused on one of them, which leads me to believe that somehow they got into this pen. And I've walked around the entire outside of it trying to see where they could have gotten under. I can't see it, so I don't know if they went up and over. And I've seen dogs do that. We used to have a red-bone coonhound that would climb a chain link fence like a person, using all 4 paws, climb up and over to the other side. So if an animal wants to get in bad enough or get out bad enough, they can pretty much do it. So just wanted to do this video about the frustration that you go through a lot of times when you're raising animals. And even if you're remote like we are, we have acreage, all of our neighbors have acreage, but a dog or dogs will travel long distances to get to your livestock. So thank you for watching.